How's it going, guys? I'll be doing a voiceover for this workout. First exercise we're doing is a lateral and medial rotation of the shoulder with just a 10-pound dumbbell and doing 10-15 reps there. Immediately go to lateral raises and then 10-15 reps there. And finally, we're going to do front raises, 10-15 reps. It's just warm up, 10-pound dumbbell, pretty light. Trying to get everything warm in the shoulder so that we'll be ready to go whenever we're lifting heavy weight with the shoulder. There's just so much that could go wrong, so I always try to make sure that if I'm going to put any kind of weight, any real weight on my shoulder, that I am extremely warm. Before this, I did 5 minutes on just a stationary bike and just trying to make sure that we're preventing injury. There's no point in training hard if you're just going to hurt yourself and you can't train for an indefinite amount of time after that. After we've warmed up, we go to a seated row. You do whatever grip you want. This one, I like this handle. I think it gives me the best ability to just really pinpoint my lats here. Doing 8 to 12 reps, especially in the beginning. I try to do 12 reps each set. First one, no matter what, I try to keep it pretty light and have pretty good technique. And the next two, I go up in weight. Really depends on what you like. You don't have to do as heavy as you want, but I try to go as heavy as I possibly can and still maintain good form and getting 12 reps. As soon as I can't get 12 reps, then I'm fine with it. As long as I can get 8 with good form, that's all I'm going for. First 3 sets, we are going to do just stationary seated row, and then the last 3, which are heavier sets, we're going to be doing the seated row with just the bend, trying to target the lower back there. And it's going to save a little bit of our form. Hopefully, you're going to be pretty tired at the end if you're doing heavy weight. Like I said, it really doesn't matter if you're doing super heavy or not. It's really about having good technique and feeling that muscle being worked. It's the main thing. If you can't, you gotta find the right handle for your body, and you gotta find the right weight. This handle and the weight that I'm using is really good for me. That's what I've always tried to do, and I can really feel the muscle working whenever I'm doing these exercises. This machine is basically a lat pull down. It's a little bit different than your traditional cable lat pull down. Handles are a little bit different. You can rotate them. You can rotate your hands, and you can push the handles in or out, so you can target a different area of your lat. That's something that I'll play with throughout this exercise, and while I'm doing it, really just focusing on hitting every bit of my lat, trying to feel the exercise while I'm doing it. Staying heavy, not too heavy. I don't change the weight on this one. I really tried to push myself with the seated row so that I don't have to on the rest of them. This is our third movement of the workout. We're doing a standing barbell row. You can see we're doing a little bit lighter weight, doing just 135. Started really heavy with the seated rows, and then a little bit lighter with the lat pull downs. Now we're really just focusing on the squeeze of the muscle and feeling that contraction. You want to make sure that you're trying to pinch your elbows behind your back and really squeeze. And squeeze on the way up and on the way down. You don't want to let the bar fall. It can really benefit if you try to squeeze and slowly release the bar. That's what we're doing here with this workout, and I think that it's a big thing, just a little thing you can change to make your workout a little bit more effective. Big thing with this exercise is making sure that you are putting the weight in your legs. Even when I'm going heavier here, I went up to 225, I've made sure that I'm in an athletic stance and I'm not bent over using my lower back to pull. That's definitely a no-no. Really hurt yourself if you do that. So just make sure to be mindful of how you're standing and your stance when you're doing these exercises. Make sure that the weight is in your legs and in your arms, not in your lower back. So for our fourth exercise, we're going back to our warm-up. I think this is really important to do. I think it's good for your shoulders. You're using your delts whenever you're doing any kind of lat pull down, seated row, standing row, anything that you're using to train your back, you're using some of your delt. So I think it's a good thing for overall shoulder health to try to train your shoulders as often as you can. I'm a little bit heavier here just because I wanted to do a few less reps, and I wanted to really try to strengthen the muscles rather than just warm them up. So for our fifth exercise, we're going to pull-ups. This is on purpose. We waited as long as we could to do pull-ups just to make it as hard as possible. Something I like to do is just to challenge myself and see how tired I can get and how many pull-ups I can do when I'm tired. Form's not great, but that's okay. Like I said, we were trying to exhaust ourselves and then do the pull-ups. And that's another thing. You can't really get down on yourself if you're trying to make yourself tired, trying to make it hard. Don't worry about how much you did or didn't do. That really doesn't matter. It matters that you went in and you did the work.
One thing your cameraman's outdone me on today. Wait till I get tired. Well, he almost outdid me. You got real close.
After we finished our back workout, we went to arms, doing just a few exercises for arms. So we're going to do these bicep curls, not super heavy weight. And arms have to be pretty tired if you did the workout right before. So we're just kind of going for a squeeze and a pump here. Mostly just to make yourselves feel good. Say we did arms.
Good cameraman, look at all these hairs. I guarantee you, not a single one is from the same girl. None of them are. Cameraman has hairs from all these girls. I don't know if that's a good thing or he just doesn't do laundry. It doesn't smell like shit, so it's clean, I promise. It's clean, he promises.
This machine is one that I like to use for a tricep extension. It really feels good. You can feel the movement. You can feel the squeeze in the muscle whenever you're doing the reps. And it's just a little bit different, something that don't always see people doing. And I think it's something that you can really control the contraction of the tricep a little bit better with this machine than you can, say, cables or an overhead tricep extension. Just really feel the pump and the squeeze here.
I'm not wearing that. Safety first here. Can't hide here. Let's go. Keep the shit on. Cameraman's using the sucker of the fake weight stuff. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by tricks and gimmicks.
To finish this workout, we're going to do a circuit. It's going to be a single arm hammer curl, single arm overhead tricep extension, another single arm overhead tricep extension, and then another hammer curl. And so you're going to do this 10 reps each exercise, and you're going to do each exercise 3 times. So you're going to do 30 hammer curls and 30 tricep extensions with each arm. You want to try to do this all at once. You don't have to rush it. You don't want to rush it. Pick a weight that you can do, and you can get through all 3 sets without having to stop. This is another one where ego lifting is not going to be your friend. You don't want to be doing too heavy of the weight, and just because you can curl it doesn't mean that you can put it over your head and do a tricep extension with it. So make sure that you pick a weight that is doable with the bicep curl and the tricep extension. And if you have to, you can get 2 different weights, but I recommend, since it's a burnout, it's an end of the workout and you're tired, I would just pick a weight that you can do a tricep extension with, and by the end of the workout, you will be tired, and whatever it was that you thought, oh, I need to do heavier, that weight will be heavy. The lighter weight will be heavy at the end. So, and just don't lift the ego. Make sure that you feel out the technique before you start the workout, and make sure that you pick a weight that you're not going to hurt yourself with.
Makes you a little bit